So, good evening, one and all. So, this is our digital circuits GATE class number 3. Okay. So, in this class, what we are going to study actually, we are going to look into the. So, is my screen is visible, students, or not? Just a minute. Is it visible? Is it fine? Okay. So, in this class, we are going to see. In this class, we are going to see little bit binary arithmetics. Binary arithmetics. Okay, binary arithmetics. Okay, under the binary arithmetic, we are going to see 4 different categories of arithmetics like addition, binary addition. Okay, with one example only. Then subtraction. Okay, then we will look into the division. Then we'll go to the multiplication. Okay, so these are the things we are going to look today with one examples, and we'll move towards next part of the class is actually how binary subtraction can be possible using binary subtraction using complement techniques. Okay, using complement techniques. So what are the different complement techniques binary subtraction possible, we'll discuss, and we'll have a lot of examples on it because this is most of the important topic for the GATE exams. So 1 or 2 questions you can expect actually from this. One question you can expect. Okay, so this is actually content of today's class. So we'll start without wasting time. We'll start the things. So there is nothing else, the binary arithmetic. So binary arithmetic, as usual, we can see this is actually binary addition, subtraction, then binary multiplication and division. We'll start with the addition. So addition is nothing else, it follows certain rules. So the rules are nothing else: 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 0, 1, 1 plus 1. Here sum is 0 with carry, sum is 1, sum is 0 with carry 1. Sum is 0 with carry 1. Okay, so one more thing, if it is 1 plus 1 plus 1, how it is, students? 1 plus 1 plus 1, sum is 1 with carry 1. So these are the things. Sometimes it will come, it may be useful while you are doing certain implementations. It will be going to be useful actually. Okay, so now what is happening here mainly? Okay, here what is happening, 1 plus 1 is 0 with carry 1. So here this one is actually adding with this, and the sum is generating over here. Okay, so and the sum is generating over here, and carry is as it is. Okay, in the carry bit. But now tell me, what about this 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1? At that time, what is the answer, students? Any doubt? Any question? Any guess on it? What is the answer? So see here, what you need to do, this one is now going to add up here. Okay, 1 plus 1, obviously answer is 0, and this here one carry will get generated. Okay, here carry will get generated. So this is my sum things and this is my carry things. Okay, here carry will generate as 1, this carry will go over here, and this will add this here and provide you the carry 0. Okay, but actual carry, which is actually move, again 1 plus 1, again here 0 it comes, again one more carry is generated, then actual carry will move to the next bit. Okay, what do you understand from this, students? So let's say here 4 ones are there, you are adding. So this is very important concept, students. Okay, because you are going to use this. So what do you understand from this? Here sum is 0 and carry is generated not in the next bit. Carry is not going to the next bit, it's going to the next to next bit. This is very important concept because we are going to use many times this concept over here. Okay, while solving. So see here, if you are going to add these 4 ones, what is happening here? 1 plus 1 0. Okay, now because of this carry will get, so carry will go over here. Okay, carry will go over here, and after that what will happen? 1 plus 1 0, 0 plus 1 1. Okay, and again 1 plus 1 will be 0. So 1 plus 1 0 means here sum will come, again one more carry get generated. So what happened? This 1 plus 1 carry will give 0 and the next bit carry will go. Okay, so it will give 0. So sorry, the carry is 0, but it will go to the next bit. Okay, the carry will go to the carry will not travel here, carry will travel to the next bit. Do you all understand, students? So carry, if you add 4 ones, carry will not go to the next bit, it will go to the next bit. Okay, because already one carry gets generated because of these two. Okay, again here one more carry will generate, that will add up with this one previous carry here, whatever is generated between these two, it will add up. So carry will go finally to here. So sum is 0 with carry will go to the next bit. Okay, so what do you understand from this one? Here sum is 0 and carry, the generated carry will go to next bit, next bit. Okay, so this is the takeaway point in the binary arithmetic, nothing else. Okay, it will also, these concepts, these formulas also we're going to useful in the binary multiplications, because binary multiplication, what you have to do, you have to multiply, shift and add. Okay, multiply, shift and add. So at that time you may be arising this type of situation, there may be 4 ones will come up, 5 ones will come up, you should know how to add up actually. Okay, so this is the concept of binary arithmetic, nothing else. So what it tells actually, binary arithmetic tells me how actually different arithmetics can be happen with the binary as the number system. Okay, so see here I'll give you an example, very simple example. So directly with only one example, the example is 1001.01. I'm going to add with 1011.10. Let's say this is the thing I'm going to add. What you need to do, very simple, this is 10 which is 1011, so this will be point as it is the fraction parts. So this is 110, carry will go over here, so 11 again 0, carry will go over here, 1001 again 110, carry will go over here. So there is no other bit, so obviously 0, so answer is 10100.11. So you see here, if you solve this, the decimal equivalent of is almost 9 point some 01. 01 is nothing else here, 1 into 2 to the power minus 2, so it will be around 0.25. okay, so this will be around 11 point something. So if you add up, this will be 20 point will come. So what do you understand, if you can add these things and you can find out the decimal equivalent and add also, these two bits will be same, these two are actually equivalent to each other. So what, how will you conclude? You can conclude is 2 to the 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the 2 4, 2 to the 3 8, this is 16. If you can add this 16 plus 4, this is also 20 point something. So your result is correct. Like this you can also verify your arithmetics. Okay, additions. So I'll give you one more example, very simple example. Let's say 1100 plus 0111. So what you need to do here, you just has to simply add 1 1 plus 1 0, carry will be 1, 1 plus 1 0, carry will be 1. So here nothing else is there, so it will come up. So if you can add it, this is actual 12, this is actual 7, you can get a 19 over here. How you can cross verify? This is 2 to the 0, 2 to the 1, 2 to the 2, 2 to the 3, 2 to the 4. You can see 2 to the 4, which is 16 plus this is 2 plus 1, so 19. Okay, so do you all understand how we can cross verify our additions? You can cross verify also like this. Okay, you can convert the decimal numbers, add it up and get the answer. Whatever you have after addition also the same decimal number you can expect from there. Okay, so did you all understand binary addition? So next we will move to the next part of our thing, which is actually binary subtraction. Okay, in the binary subtraction there is actually what people are little bit neglecting to use it, because there will be a actually concept of different concept of like borrow concept has been come up. Because of that, what happened, there will be little bit tougher, so people are using actually binary subtraction to perform subtraction to using complement techniques. So we'll see those things later on. So want to subtract two binary numbers, binary subtraction has a separate different rules. So if you want to subtract 0 minus 0, obviously difference is 0, 0 minus 1, difference is 1 with borrow 1, okay, 1 minus 0, obviously 1, okay, 1 minus 1, difference is 0. See, this is my difference, this is my borrow. Okay, in borrow is 1 only in this case, 0 minus 1. So what we are doing, if we are subtracting a smaller number, subtracting a bigger number from the smaller number, 0 minus 1, I'm expecting a borrow over here actually. Okay, so with that thing we'll solve one example very simple way. So which is 0 0 1 1 2, from I want to subtract. So this type the question, subtract 0011 from 11002. So what you need to do, you need to subtract this one from this. Okay, so here your 1100, so this is your minuend and this is your subtrahend, students. So all of you know that this is minuend and this one is the subtrahend. Okay, so which is getting subtracted is actually subtrahend. So if you want to subtract it, what will be 0 minus 1. So what you need to do, very simple, you need to borrow it because you don't have anything but you want to give something here. So you have to borrow it, but here also nothing is there. So what you need to do, you have to borrow to the next neighbor. So you have to borrow from here. If you want to borrow from here, that borrow will come over here and 0 minus 1 will be 1, and here you have already borrowed, so this will become 0 actually. Okay, did you understand the concept, student? Very simple. Okay, so difference, since you are borrowing the thing and the amount is not available here, so you are borrowing for the next to next neighbor. So what happened, once you borrow it, the borrow part will come over here actually. Okay, here, sorry, the borrow part will come over here. Okay, now what happened, now here it will be your 0 minus 1. So you are borrowing directly from here, you are not borrowing from here. Okay, so what happened here, you are borrowing from here because it's not available, anything is, any value is not available, because of that you are borrowing from next to next bit. So it will be 0 minus 1, you are getting 1, and after that the here it is because of borrow, what happened, you will be giving things and coming over here. So the borrow, because of this 0 minus 1, difference is 1 and borrow 1, this borrow is actually coming here. Okay, whatever the difference you have performed here, the borrow will come over here. Now 1 minus 1 0, here nothing is there because you have already borrowed the things to perform the subtraction over here. So 0 minus 0 0, 1 minus 0 1. So this is the way. So you can also perform the decimal number representation of it. This is 12 and this is 3, obviously we can achieve 9. Okay, this is 9. Okay, you can cross verify it. Okay, next. So this is binary subtraction, just running away, nothing else. So next one is binary multiplication. So in binary multiplication, so what you are going to do, you are going to multiply one binary number, another binary number. So obviously there will be also certain rules you can follow, nothing else, very simple rules. So these are 0 and multiply 0 0, 0 multiply with 1 0, 1 multiply 0 0, 1 multiply with 1 1. So these are the particular rules. With the help of these rules and the addition rules, whatever we have seen, with those two rules we can perform the subtraction. So obviously let's say one question will do one example, 1011 base 2 multiply with 111 base 2. So what you need to do here, it's very simple. You just if you want what you can do, very simple, what 1011 multiply with 111. So what you have to do, you just multiply first this one with every bits. So this will be your 1011, then keep one place space and next bits you can multiply and keep starting from here. So this will be your 1101. Similarly, keep again one more space empty, start from here 1101. Okay, this is the way you can do. Then you have to just add it up. After adding, what it will be, 1 1 plus 1 0, and here carry 1, because of 1 plus 1 0, carry 1, 1 plus 1 0 plus 1 1, and again carry 1. Okay, next 1 plus 1 0 plus 1. Okay, 1 carry 1, 1 plus 1 0 1, 1 plus 1 0 carry 1. So this is the result. So you can cross verify also, students, not an issue. So 1011 is nothing else but 11, this is 7, so after multiplication it should be 77. So you can see, you can also see this is 1 2 4 8 16 32 64. If you can add 64 plus 8 plus 4 plus 1, if you add it up, it will be 77. You can also cross verify like this. Okay, you can also cross verify your answers like this. Okay, this is your binary multiplication. Now I can give you one more example. You can do it up at your home. So there you can see one of actually the concept which I have told you during the binary addition, which will arrive actually there. So this is another example. You can do it at home actually. 1001.11. You can multiply with 111.01. Okay, you can multiply these two. At the end, you can see this formula will come up. Okay, while adding, 4 ones will come up. So what you need to do while adding the concept, so I told you the sum is your 0 and the sum is 0 and the carry will not go to the next bit. Carry will go to the next of next bit. Carry will go to the next of next bit. Okay, which is 1. So this is your carry. Carry will go to the next of next bit. If you add 4 ones, sum will be 0, carry will go to the next of next bit. Okay, you should remember this concept, friends, and you can use during this multiplication purpose. Okay, and the next part will go to the binary division. Okay, you might have forgot this binary division. This is also very important because we are going to use this binary division in later on also. So let's say I'm going to divide. So let's say so there is no particular rule. We'll have a normal division rule. Okay, so I'll just explaining this thing with one of the examples only. So let's say this is the example by 100. Okay, so what you need to is very simple. So in order to divide, what it would be, so this will be your dividend. Okay, and this is your divisor. Okay, divisor. So you are expecting what actually? You are expecting a quotient and certain remainder or something, or remainder would be 0 or whatever maybe. Okay, you can see, we'll see over here how we can divide it. 1 0 0 1 1 1 0. It's a dividend. I'm just dividing with alpha divisor, which is 100. So first what you need to do, take one bit. Okay, so if I take one bit, it will be what decimal equivalent? It's 1, and the divisor is actually 100, which is 4. So 1 is less than 4, so I cannot perform the division. When I can perform the division? If your divisor is equal to the dividend, else divisor is little bit greater than the dividend. So here you cannot perform this division. So what you need to do, you have to take next 2 bits here of the dividend. So 10 is nothing else, is 2. 2 is again less than 100, which is actually our divisor 4. So I cannot perform the division. So then you can take 100. So at that time this is 4. Now it is equal to 1004, which is actually your divisor. This is your dividend. So you can have a multiplication with 1, which will give you 100. Then you perform the subtraction as it is. So this will be your 0 0 0. If you perform subtraction, then what you need to do, you have to drop down a single 1 over here. Now what you have to do, if you drop down single 1, please try to understand, very important thing I'm telling. You may forget this thing, but it's important. So it's actually again new dividend will be 1 here. So again new dividend is 1. So what is the decimal equivalent? 1, which is again less than my divisor, which is 4. So what I have to do, I have to drop down again one more 1. So if I drop down again 1, so I have to put a 0 over them. I will be allowed a drop down, single drop down only. If you are dropping down extra 1, then I will be extra bit, then I will be go for another 0 at the quotient actually. Okay, next this is 1 1. If I perform 1 1, which will be 3, again it is less than 100, which is 4. So I cannot perform again division. So what I have to do, I have to drop down again one more 1. So if I drop down again 1, so I will put one more 0 over here. Am I correct? So now it's 111. 111 is nothing else 7, which is now greater than 100, which is 4. So I can perform the division. So 100, I can again see this is actually 1. Okay, this will be your 100. So after subtraction, this is 1 1. So see here again it's 1 1. 1 1 is 3, which is again less than 100, which is 4. So I cannot perform. So I can drop down again one more 0 over here, 1 1 0. So if I will do 1 1 0, so what will happen? Again I will have 1. So if here 1 1 0 means it's 6, 6 is greater than 1004. I can perform the division over here. So 100 multiply with 1, which will be 100, 100. So this will be 0 after subtraction 1 0. Now again this is 10. 10 means it's 2. I cannot perform the division with 4. So what I have to do here, but no drop down value is there. So what you have to do, all the dividend values has been, bits has been get over. So what you need to do here, you have to put a dot over here. If you want to drop down 1 0 over here, you have to put a dot. Okay, because here's all the values of the dividend get over. We have dropped down all the things, so there is no drop down value for the dividend is available. That's why what we have done, but at that time we have 10, so it will be less than 4, so we cannot perform division. That is the reason what we have done, we have just taken actually point to drop down again 1 0. So this is 1 0 0 and this is 1, so this is my 1 0 0, which will give me reminder 0. Okay, so this is the result. Okay, you can perform also decimal equivalent. So this you can, this is actually for cross checking, this is actually 78 and this is obviously 4. If I want to perform this, this will be obviously 19.5. If you divide 78 divided by 4, it will be 19.5. Okay, so this will be 19.5. You can cross verify like this also with your result. So this is very important, student, the binary division. Okay, so this is the way you can perform your division. Okay, so next part, the last of what we have done already. Okay, now we'll go to the most important part of our syllabus. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so in the GATE exam, some of the question you can expect from this, it's actually introduction to the complement subtraction. Okay, what I am going to do here, just a minute, what is happening all this. Okay, so this is, I'm just starting with the another part of the syllabus, introduction to complement subtraction. So till now whatever we have seen is actually the subtraction, which is actually binary subtraction. Using certain rules we have actually performed the subtraction, nothing else. Okay, but here what we are going to see, we are going to do the binary subtraction using certain complement technique. Okay, so here you see here, introduction to complement subtraction, very simple. You would be having different ways to subtract. Actually, what are those things? One is binary subtraction. Okay, so is my voice is clear, students? Hello, is my voice is clear, students? Is it all right? Hello, yeah, is it all right, students?
Yes,
Is it unstable? My internet is unstable.
Sir, I'm getting stuck your voice, sir.
Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I'm just changing my internet connectivity to something else. Now it will be pretty clear, I'm thinking. Is it all right, students, now? Please let me know immediately. Is it all right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So there will be some problem actually in the internet connection. Okay, so because of that I change over to the next internet connection. Okay, introduction to complement subtraction. What is that actually we are going to see? So there are different subtraction techniques are there using complement method. So one is binary subtraction. Okay, next one is your hexadecimal subtraction. Hexadecimal subtraction. Okay, hexadecimal subtraction. Oh, just a minute. Hexadecimal subtraction. Next, third part of it is actually BCD and XS3. BCD and XS3 subtraction. Okay, so these are the different techniques of subtraction. Okay, so binary subtraction, hexadecimal subtraction, and finally the BCD and XS3 subtraction. Okay, so see here, this binary subtraction, as I know here, this binary subtraction, the base is what? 2. Okay, 2, radix is 2 over here. So there is two different ways, techniques we can implement to do the binary subtraction. One is complement technique and 2s complement technique. Okay, we can use either of these two because base is 2. Maximum we can use 2s complement technique. Are you understanding? So next, hexadecimal subtraction. Hexadecimal subtraction means 15s complement technique, 15s complement technique, and 16s complement technique. Why? Because the base or radix is 16. So maximum we can use 16s complement method to do so. Next, BCD or XS3 subtraction. It actually again 2 ways. So one is 9s complement technique and another one is 10s complement technique. Okay, why this is like this 9s and 10s? Because you know BCD, the valid BCD is what? Actually 9. Okay, that's why we'll have a 9s complement and 10s complement technique. So out of these all complement techniques, you can see there are 3 odd complement techniques: 1s, 15s and 9s. These are all odd complement techniques. Okay, these are all odd complement techniques. And 2s, 16s, 2s, 16x and 10s, these are all called even complement technique. Okay, to perform this subtraction. So there are 2 different ways to subtract actually. One is actually even complement techniques to subtraction, for the subtraction. Again, another one is odd complement technique for subtraction. So out of 6 subtraction processes, 3 are odd complement subtraction processes and remaining 3 are even complement subtraction processes. So all the procedures is quite a bit of little bit similar kind of thing, students. Okay, don't be confused. I'll just give you an example over here. So see here, in every process, what is the main difference in procedure? Actually, the main procedure in difference is if the carry gets generated, if a carry is generated. Okay, if a carry is generated, okay, so what you have to do in odd complement techniques, while you are using subtraction in odd complement techniques, what are the odd complement techniques, students? 1s, 15s and 9s. During these complement techniques, if carry is generated, add that carry to the result, add that carry to the result. Do you all understand? All the techniques are similar actually. Okay, so I'll tell you one technique. Apart from this, all are almost equivalent actually, so no need to worry about it. So if only the carry is generated, if you are performing subtraction using odd complement technique, if any carry gets generated, at that time you have to add that carry to the result, nothing else. Similarly, if a carry is generated during even complement technique, you are using even complement technique. During that time, if carry is generated, what you need to do? You just eliminate the carry. Eliminate the carry. So just remove the carry. Whatever the carry comes, you just drop down that carry. Okay. So these are the main difference between the subtraction techniques. Okay. There are mainly six subtraction processes. Out of 6 subtraction processes, 3 are odd complement techniques and remaining 3 are even complement techniques. So the first 3 which are odd complement techniques, if any carry is generated, that carry need to be added to the result. Okay, if you are using even complement technique to perform the subtraction, at that time if carry gets generated, you just eliminate the carry. So this is the simple golden rule you have to follow to do the subtraction. So now question is, how the procedure actually, what you have to do and how is the procedure actually to follow, what the procedure you need to follow actually. So see here, I'm going to give you a few examples over here. So let's say I'm going to perform the binary subtraction. So binary subtraction means what I have to do, I can use particular rules actually to get to find out the difference and borrow, but that method of designing the circuit is actually little bit tougher. So what people has think of it, instead of using that particular circuit, we should have directly perform the subtraction using certain particular complement techniques. So binary subtraction, I have told you, you can perform the subtraction using either of these two. One is complement technique. Using 1s complement technique you can perform, another one using 2s complement technique you can perform the binary subtraction. Okay, so we are going to see first 1s complement technique to perform the binary subtraction. 1s complement technique to perform binary subtraction. Okay, So binary subtraction. Okay, students. So in this state, what you have to do, so let's say there are two different cases will come up. The case one would be either you are going to subtract a larger number from smaller number, or you can subtract a smaller number from the larger number. So we'll see one by one. Actually, let's say I am going to subtract a larger number from a smaller number. Let's say I am going to subtract 12 from 3. So what it would be? It would be like this. So see here what you need to do. So here your minuend is 3 obviously, and subtrahend is 12. So if the question is given to you like this, so what the question, how the question will come up, I'll tell you later on, don't worry. Just you try to understand the funda what you have to do. So 3, first you convert into a binary equivalent. So binary equivalent is 0 1 1. So and 12 is what? 1 1 0 0. So see here, I am going to perform the subtraction between 0 1 1 and 1 1 0 0. The first step is, remember, make the equal number of bits of both the minuend and subtrahend. Okay, first step is whatever the minuend. So this is the minuend and this is my subtrahend. Just you need to make both equal number of digits, equal number of bits of minuend and subtrahend. Any doubt, students, in the step 1? No, I think. Then what you have to do, step 2, what step 2 tells? Step 1 is this one. Step 2 is take 1s complement of subtrahend. Take 1s complement of subtrahend. Okay, you have to take perform the 1s complement of the subtrahend. At that time, what you need to do, simply you just has to perform the 1s complement of this subtrahend. So what is 1s complement of the subtrahend? So this is 0 0 1 1. It is 1 1 0 0. If I perform 1s complement, it is 0 0 1 1. Next, what I have to do, add minuend to it. Okay, whatever you have achieved 1s complement of the subtrahend, add the minuend to it, 0 0 1 1. You just has to add it. Okay, what you have to do, and third step, you have to add the minuend, whatever the minuend is there, you need to add it to the achieved 1s complement of the subtrahend. Okay, so if you add it up, how it will be? 1 1 0. So it will be carry 1 1 1 0 plus 1 1 carry 1. Okay, 1 0 0 1, this 0 0 1 1 0. You have achieved 0 1 1 0. So now the question has been come up here. Next, last step, fourth step, you can see here carry is not generated over here. Okay, here what is happening, my carry is not generated. So how you can understand here my carry is not generated? You see here, I have taken a 4 bits and I have also getting a result after adding the minuend. I am getting 4 bit only. So here what happened, if carry is not generated, now here carry is not generated. So obviously, what do you understand? If carry is not generated, then my actual result is negative. Okay, and to find out the actual result, what you have to do, and what you understand, if carry is not generated, obviously I have not yet got any carry over here. If carry is not generated, result is negative, and this result is in the form of 1s complement. This is in the form of 1s complement form. Okay, do you all understand, students, what I have told? If the carry is not generated, then result is negative and is in the form of 1s complement form. Next, in order to find out the actual result, what you need to do, you just has to actual result, just put a negative sign and perform 1s complement of result which are obtained here. Okay, so answer will be minus 1s complement of this is 1 0 0 1. You can see this is minus 9. So all of you understand, student, if I am performing 3 minus 12, I would get minus 9. Understand what I have done? First, I have taken minuend subtrahend equal number of bits. After that, I have just performed 1s complement of the subtrahend. Then after that, add that minuend to the subtrahend. Whatever the result is obtained, if there is no carry, then I come to know that my result is negative and it is in the form of 1s complement form. So in order to get the actual result, what I have done, I have put the negative sign and performed the 1s complement of the obtained result here. Okay, so I have got the final result over here. So this is actually the performance of binary subtraction. So what do you understand from this? If you want to design this circuit, it's quite a bit of easy kind of thing. But if you want to design a binary subtraction, which we have performed certain rules actually to perform the binary subtraction, a little bit of tough. That's why people have usually following the complement techniques to perform the subtraction. Okay, did you all understand, students, what you need to do? Very simple. Okay, so next part. So this is the first case. In the second case, and in the case 2, what you need to do, just a minute. Hello. Okay, so case 2, let's say I'll be having a number. I'm going to subtract a smaller number from a larger number. So case 2 is smaller number from larger number. So obviously I'll take another example over here. The example will be, let's say I'm taking the same kind of example, 12 minus 3. Okay, so previously I have taken the example of 3 minus 12. Now I am taking the example of 12 minus 3. So see here what I am going to do over here. Very simple. So first step is, this is my you have to convert to a binary number 1100 minus your equal number of binary numbers 0011. Okay, this is the first. Next, second step is find out 1s complement of the subtrahend. 1s complement of subtrahend. Okay, 1s complement of the subtrahend. What is subtrahend? So this is my subtrahend. So this is my subtrahend. Okay, and this is my minuend. I am just going to perform 1s complement of this subtrahend. So which is nothing else, 1100. So 0011 is the subtrahend. So I have just performed the 1s complement. Then next what I have done, I have just add minuend to it. Add minuend to it. So at that time what I have to do, whatever result I have obtained 1s complement of subtrahend, I am going to add the minuend to it. If I am going to add the minuend to it, very simple, 0 0 1 1 0 carry 1 1 1 1 is 1 with carry 1. So see here I have been obtained here 1 carry. So here fourth step is, if carry is generated, so what you have to do, I have told you at the beginning of the class. So there are out of 6 complement techniques, there are 3 odd complement techniques and 3 even complement techniques. Okay, so in order to perform the odd complement technique, what you have done, you have, if any carry is generated, what you have to do, add that carry to the result. You have to add that carry to the result to get the actual result. Okay, to get the actual result, what you have to do, you just add that carry to the result. So this is 1 0 0 1. So final the result is 9. You can see. So to understand, if the carry is not generated at the time of smaller number minus larger number, you are just, what you are doing, you are putting a negative sign and converting back to the 1s complement form, because the result is in 1s complement form earlier. But here while you are performing a smaller number, performing a subtraction, a smaller number from larger number, at that time what you are doing, if the carry is generated, obviously a golden rule is that carry is going to be added to the obtained result to get the actual result. Okay, so the answer is obviously 12 minus 10 is 9. So the verification wise also it is correct. Okay, so this is the 1s complement technique to perform the binary subtraction. Okay, so the next part of it we are going to see the next part. So we'll see the 2s complement subtraction. Okay, so binary subtraction using 2s complement technique. So here what you need to do, very simple. So again, there are two different cases. So case one is again a you are going to subtract a smaller number from bigger number or bigger number from smaller. Let's say I'm going to take a larger number minus smaller number. Let's say 48 minus 28. I'm going to perform subtraction between 48 and 28. What I have to do here? Very simple. You need to first convert your things into binary number. So in order to convert the binary, what you need to do, how to convert the binary? So you can have a weighted 1 2 4 8 16 32. Is that enough to perform 48? Yes, obviously correct. So 48 is nothing else 32 plus 16. Okay, 48. So these are all zeros. Okay, so this is how much bits? 2 to 6 bits. Similarly 28, for 28 we don't need 32. Okay, we can perform 16 plus 8 24 plus 4 28. Okay, all of you understand. But in order to make both the things equal, so you can put a paired a 0 over here. So finally what you need to do, you have to perform the subtraction between 1 1 0 0 0 0 minus 0 triple 1 0 0. Okay, so this is my minuend obviously. Okay, and this is my subtrahend. So I'm going to perform minuend minus subtrahend obviously. So what is the first step? The first step is we have already done, convert into the binary and perform the equal numbers actually in the binary bits, equal binary bits. Then step 2 would be what you have to do in step 2, find 2s complement of the subtrahend. 2s complement of subtrahend. Subtrahend is nothing else your 0 triple 1 0 0. Okay, so this is my 2s complement. So what you have to do, you have to perform the 1s complement of 0 triple 1 0 0 plus 1. So you want, in order to get this 1s complement of this is actually 1 triple 0 1 1, and you have to add 1 to get the 2s complement. So this is my 2s complement of subtrahend. Do you all understand, students? So if I add this 1 1 0, this will be carry 1 1 1 0, carry 1 1 0 0 1. So this is actually 2s complement of my subtrahend. 2s complement of subtrahend. So now what I have to do in step 3, I just has to, in step 3 I just has to add minuend to it. Add minuend. Okay, so what is my minuend? My minuend is obviously 1 1 0 0 0 0. So this is actually 1 1 0 0 0 0. I just has to add both of these two, nothing else. 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1, then 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 and carry 1. Okay, so here you see, here you will be getting a carry over here after addition. So what do you understand from it? If a carry is generated during even number of even complement technique, so what you need to do, you just discard the carry. So whatever the result obtained, that is my actual result. So okay, so what is my actual result here? Actual result is 1 0 1 0 0. So you see here, if you can perform the subtraction, so 48 minus 28, which will be 20. You can see whether I'm getting 20 or not. See here, this is 1 2 4 8 16. So 16 plus 14 20. So I have achieved 20. So very simple. If a carry gets generated here, you just have to discard. In 1s complement technique, if a carry gets generated, because it's an odd complement technique, just you need to add that carry to the result to get the original result. Okay, did you all understand, student? Still any doubt, please let me know immediately. So then the case 2, the case 2 is very simple. Again, it's actually how to subtract a larger number from the smaller number. So I'll take the similar kind of example over here. Let's say the example is 1 0. So I'm going to subtract a smaller number from a larger number from smaller number from larger number, I think. Yes, what I have to do here, let's say I'm going to subtract 54 minus 72. Sorry. Okay, let's say I'm going to subtract 54 minus 72. So this is a smaller number and this is minuend, this is subtrahend. What you have to do, first you have to convert into binary form. Okay, so what you have to do, in order to convert 54, it's weightage, you can take weightage 1 2 4 8, 16, 32. Is it enough? We can make it. Yes, we can make it. So this will be 32, 1, 1, 32 plus 16, 48, 48 plus 6, 4, 2. Other places it's 0. So this is my 54. Okay. So this is my new end. So next what you have to do for 72, but with the help of 32 we cannot make it. So we can take another 64, and as we know that we require these many bits, so you can put a 0 over here for 54. So what you have to do, 64 plus 8 is 72. Other places are 0. Okay. So this is my 72. Okay. So now what you have to do, in case of 2s complement form, I am going to subtract 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0 minus 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. So this is my minuend. Okay. And this is my subtrahend. Okay, all of you understand, students, what you need to do. This is my minuend and this is the subtrahend. So first rule is I have just mapped the equal number of bits of the binary. Next, second one is find 2s complement of subtrahend. Find 2s complement of subtrahend. Okay, in order to find 2s complement of subtrahend, which is nothing else, 1s complement of subtrahend is actually 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1 plus 1, which is actually 2s complement of subtrahend. So this is 1, 1, 0, carry is 1, 1, 1, 0, carry is 1, 1, 1, 0, carry is 1. So this is 1, 1, 1, 0. So this is actually my 2s complement of the subtrahend. So what next I have to do, I am going to add the minuend to it. So add minuend to it. So what is my minuend? Minuend is actually 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. So this is my minuend. So I am going to add these two, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. Here carry 1, 1, 1, 0 plus 1, 1, carry 1. So this is my, okay. So this is my result. So here you see, fourth point, fourth step, if carry is not generated, obviously the carry is not generated, so answer is negative. Okay, the actual result is negative and is in the form of 2s complement form. Okay, all of you understand, this is in the 2s complement form. So what you need to do, if you want to get the actual result, what you need to do, you have to just put a negative sign and perform the 2s complement form of the obtained result here. 2s complement form of 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0 for this 2s complement and put a negative sign. So this will give you the actual result. So very simple. What is 1s complement of this? At the end you can put negative. 1s complement 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1 and make it 1. This will be a 2s complement, 1, 1, 0. So this will be carry 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0 and put a negative sign. So this will be how much, students? Minus 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. So if I perform 54 minus 72, how much I will get? Obviously I'll get around 60, 12 plus 6, 18. So you can see here whether I am getting minus 18. So you can see here whether I am getting minus 18 or not. This is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So obviously I am getting 18, minus 18. So the cross verification also holds good for it. Okay, do you all understand, students, what we have studied today? So we have checked about the different arithmetic techniques. Okay, and in this arithmetic techniques we have seen the binary subtraction, addition, then binary multiplication and division, and we have seen with the help of rules how to do the binary subtraction, how we get the difference and borrow, and we have also seen certain complement techniques, okay, to perform the subtraction. Okay, one is binary subtraction, another one is hexadecimal subtraction, and BCD and XS3 subtraction. But see here, all the things are quite obvious, similar kind of thing. Okay, if you know how to find out nines complement, you can perform your BCD subtraction and XS3 subtraction very easily. Nothing else. No, not a difference at all whatever we have done. Okay, so and we have also accumulated one of the rule. What is that? There are actually 6 different possible complement techniques to perform subtraction. Out of these 3 are actually odd techniques, odd complement techniques, and remaining 3 are actually even complement techniques. Okay, remaining 3 are actually even complement techniques. So in odd complement techniques, if the carry is generated, we just has to add that carry to get the actual result. And in the case of even complement technique, if the carry is generated, we just has to distract the carry, okay, to get the result. Okay, this is the actually what we have studied today. Okay, in today's class we'll stop about it here. Okay, students, and if possible we'll sit for 1 hour tomorrow, else we'll start on Monday again. Okay, Monday again, same time, 7:30. Okay, we'll start about